Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy day. Well, yeah, because it's morning to me in California, but it might be afternoon or evening to you around the world. Thank you for joining me today. Day 2 of the bestseller book launch campaign, Heaven Within, Restoring Wholeness for Better Leadership. Author Candace May, that's me. Founder of Candace May Training and Services, leadership development company, consulting and coaching. It's about transformation. Growth is a journey. Growth is a journey. It doesn't happen in a day. It happens daily. We often think about an event. We bring in a trainer, and it's all about the training. I'm going to send my team to training for a day or two, and they're going to be better, perfectly matched up. Yes, they get information. Yes, they can have some aha moments and breakthroughs. But to really have the biggest breakthrough and to change those behaviors is a process, and it takes consistency. I know for me, with my services, I offer a comprehensive leadership development program where I can work with the executive team and do coaching with them, and then work with the team as well to develop an awareness and change in behaviors. With this approach, we have an 80% higher rate of consistency in change behavior, right? It's powerful. But what I want to talk to you about today is Heaven Within. This is my book that just came out June 28th. And this week, my publisher is doing a bestseller campaign. And I would so appreciate it if you would help me increase my rankings as a bestseller. This is an important message that I want the world to have. So everyone around the world, my publishers in the UK, Notebook Publishing, Onyx Publishing branch, and we have a worldwide distribution. So you can get this copy anywhere. It's on Walmart, it's on Amazon, it's different channels throughout the world, depending on where you're at. And leadershipbooks.com is also representing me here. So today, though, I'm going to make you a wonderful offer. Because this message is so important and I want it to get out to everyone as quickly as possible, I'm offering you a complimentary copy on Kindle. That's right. You can download a free copy on Kindle. I'm not talking about the Kindle Unlimited that you have to do a subscription with. Just click on the Buy Now with the Kindle and you'll get a download for the free version. Read the story. Read this. It's powerful. It covers a wide range of topics. It is transformative. It will inspire you. It's an easy read. It's not preachy in any way. It's all about how God designed us and who we were meant to be. So you can become more. Hey, David. Thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you get a copy and download this and really digest it. And there is a complimentary workbook that goes with it. Why is that? Because when you're reading something, it's great and you can obtain head knowledge. But I don't want you just to have head knowledge. I want you to get it down into your heart and into the very being of who you are, so that you can have changed behaviors that will be long lasting, that will ripple into your family, into your community, into your workplace. It's a powerful process. So download Kindle free version today, this week only. And then, if you would be so kind, is to leave me a review on Amazon. It has to be a written review, not just 5 stars. But why am I asking that? One, because it will reinforce the value that you see in this book and share that knowledge with others so that they will see this is a book worth reading. Secondly, when I get 15 written reviews on Amazon, my publisher will create a hardcover version. And I would like to have a hardcover version. Right now we have the paperback and we have the Kindle version. So, oh, and by the way, if you're not currently a Kindle user and you don't want to put it on your phone, when you download the Kindle, you have an opportunity to read it right now, and it'll open a browser on your laptop, and you can begin reading right there on your laptop. So the print can be big, and you can adjust your font in your phone. And here's the nice thing. If you really enjoyed the book, share it with others. Buy a paperback, right? To go back with, I know I like paperback so that I can highlight and write in the margins and really digest the material. So you can do that. But it's through the campaign this week that will determine whether it's a bestseller. So I would greatly appreciate your support in this. And you're going to win. You're going to win because this is such good material. I'm telling you it's good. And I don't mean that I'm saying it's good because I'm saying it's good. I'm saying it's good because I had 16 people review the book before it published. And this is what some of them said. Candace May examines the powerful struggle between good and evil and the patterns and trends that keep us from embracing our gifts. She reveals through her personal story a dynamic whole person approach to healing, wholeness, and rising to the potential that God has created in us. You will be inspired. That's with Patty Cotton. How about Candace May's narrative is a beautiful story of God's healing and redemptive power through her raw and real disclosures of childhood traumas, interspersed with kingdom principles, clinical research data, and foundational guidance. She unveils the pathway to lead to her being healed, becoming whole, and sustaining a fruitful life. It's a must read for any wounded heart seeking recovery. Carol Clayton, thank you. Now, why does she say that? Wounded heart. Because I know a lot of people, executives, professors, people in every walk of life, right? From a janitor to a CEO, who may be successful in their business, but yet in their personal life, they have challenges. They have doubts that run through their mind. Maybe they've been abused as a child. Maybe they've had broken marriages and broken relationships or strained relationship with their children, right? There have been challenges within the workplace, right? Personality conflicts. People don't understand each other. These are real things, right? Everyone has a journey, and that journey is ongoing. This book is about the journey. There is a main truth that we've all been lied to. We all have so much power within us that we don't even understand the power. And I want to share that power with you. God designed us with a fabulous brain. There's a whole chapter in here on our brain and the design of our brain. Do you know that there's a triune brain, 3 parts to your brain, and how your brain functions, and how you can actually program your brain to work in your favor, and your unconscious mind pulls in. There's a chapter on your conscious mind and your unconscious mind, and the importance of discovering what those limiting beliefs are that you're holding that you don't even realize. Do you realize when you have choices to make that those choices are impacted by the beliefs that you hold? Where did you get these beliefs? The minute you were born into this world, you were, when you start in your mother's womb, you're absorbing everything that's going on around you, right? Honestly, that fetus is picking up all of those sounds and all of those words, and they are beginning to be shaped, right? And when you're born, you inherit the things in your environment around you, the people you choose for role models. There's so much. So this book talks about my journey. It's not about me. The book is mostly about lessons and principles and tools that you can use to grow. But I do use my stories of life to show how these apply to me, right? It's a wonderful book. It's powerful, and I don't want to give away too much. We've already let you download the first chapter. We've already are giving you the book for free this week on Amazon Kindle. And there's a companion workbook that goes along with every chapter for you to reinforce what you're learning and to work through some exercises. There are tools and techniques in this book that you can begin to use immediately. It's not just one of those books that you read and kind of toss to the side. It's really something to talk about. Chapter 4 is about systemic issues. Now, I wrote this book in May of 2020, and my father was in the KKK. He's passed away now. And my mother was very much the opposite. She was very much into loving all people. So I grew up with this very powerful struggle, even within our home. And I see that struggle here. And right after I wrote this book, me and the Lord, after we wrote this book in May of 2020, right after that, the George Floyd incident happened. And I was so impacted by everything going on in the world that I said, Lord, how timely is this book? This book covers these topics. It covers how these arise. It covers how we can overcome the challenges. I would love to come speak to your organization. If you have a company and you would like a trainer to come in and speak, contact me. I'd be happy to work with you. But if you're even have a conference coming up and you're looking for a speaker, there's so many rich topics to talk about today. And bringing it all into your workplace. How does the systemic issues of today impact your company? Certainly impacts your family as well. What about those things? I said that even successful people have trauma that they've gone through. How do you embrace the abuse you've been through? There's a whole chapter on what is our responsibility and response to abuse. There are victims in the world, but we don't have to stay victims. And we can heal. We can actually begin to heal and work through the consequences that have come to us through our abuse. When we're abused, we end up creating survival modes, and they're useful tools that help us stay alive and protect us. And some of it is suppression of feelings and various things. But after we're out of that danger zone, we will tend to continue having these same survival modes to protect us, but we don't need them anymore. In fact, they're no longer serving us. They will begin to do more harm to us. So understanding this process and understanding what we can do to shift and understand, if we've suppressed our feelings, we're not acknowledging them. We're in denial. So there's tools that this book talks about. Talks about my journey and the challenges that I had to go through and how I overcame them. It talks about bullying in the workplace, and some leaders are some people are toxic and they don't even know they're toxic, right? Do you realize that? Some people, we would think, wow, don't they realize how they're coming across? And no, they don't all know how they're coming across. And I share some stories in here about workplaces that are toxic and that I've worked in and how I've overcome, right? And how you can overcome. You want to know that, don't you? During this session right now in the world, we've had, in the United States anyway, we've had what we call the great resignation, right? Everybody's quit their job, quite a few, and we've had less people returning into the marketplace. Do you know the number one reason that's stated why so many people quit? Because they don't have leadership that cares. I love that, because that's what I do. I develop leadership that cares. And that leadership starts with healing you, working on your own personal growth within you, overcoming the inner challenges So you can have inner victories and then the outer victories. Stephen Covey talks about that, right? I followed Stephen Covey for years. John Maxwell for years. I'm certified to work with John Maxwell's material. Dr. John Townsend, Dr. Henry Cloud, great people, great leaders, great Christian therapists. And I've worked with all of them for quite a while. Powerful. Now I've incorporated my own material, my own lessons, and all the resources that I've pulled together. And I just really want you to know somebody cares. I care. I care about you. I care about your growth. I care about your company. I'd love to help you. I'd love to help you get unstuck. This week, you can download this book on Kindle. If you love the book, buy the paperback. That's great. Leave a written review on Amazon for me. Let's get a hardback version of this book. I need 15 reviews. Will you help me? Can I count on you? This is a win-win opportunity. I'm providing you tools for your growth, and all I'm asking in exchange is for a written review from you on Amazon. So, Chapter 6, the conscious and the subconscious mind. Think about this. Humans are the only living creatures born into this world 100% helpless at the mercy of others. The majority of animals and mammals can stand and run within minutes of arriving in this world. Not doing so is a matter of life or death. After all, while humans, despite being at the top of the food chain, are completely vulnerable and dependent on others at birth, we come into this world able to breathe and with exceptional physical intelligence that keeps our physical bodies functioning for us, heart beating, blood flowing, organs working, etc. And yet our minds are essentially empty slates at birth. Scientists now understand that we are constantly absorbing everything in our environments from conception until about 7 years of age. Think about babies. They learn to speak like the people around them, mimicking the sounds, the accents. They hear and developing the mannerisms and thought patterns of those they grow up around or genetically inherit from. That whole chapter is about the unconscious mind and the unconscious mind and how we absorb. It's a good book. It's fun to read. There are a couple of reviews already on Amazon that you will be able to see what other people experienced when they were reading it. And this is the same reason why I have now, I want to share a couple more reviews with you from people who have read and endorsed the book. Bobby Ann Cole, another writer, says Candace May's deep faith shines forth upon her face, throughout her whole persona, and from the pages of Heaven Within, Restoring Wholeness for Better Leadership. In this book, she shares the many lessons she has learned from her own journey and the challenges her life in order to inspire, equip, and encourage her readers. Rachel Jane Groover, founder of the Awakened School, says, this is a fascinating story of hope and love. Not only will Heaven Within help you become an outstanding leader, but also an exceptionally compassionate person. Well, that's true, because I am all about compassionate leadership. I believe in developing leadership that cares. That's through communication, attitude, relationships, and retention of those employees, emotional intelligence, and sales enablement, right? Pamela Mabry. The past few days, I've been reading Heaven Within, Restoring Wholeness for Better Leadership. It just changed me inside. It really made me look within. Without a doubt, the book is life-changing. Being raised by a father who was a member of the Ku Klux Klan, in contrast to a mother whose life of diversity and inclusion, Candace May writes about being torn between a life of bigotry and a life of hope in her new book, Heaven Within. This book will inspire you to always lean toward hope. Pamela Mabry, she's the founder of Luke 418 Ministries and the host of Break Free Podcast. Pam was so moved by this book, she wanted to do a podcast dedicated to this book. And you can listen to that. It's posted on my website, CandiceMay.com. And then there's a page, author speaker. If you go there and scroll down onto that page, you'll find information about this book, and you'll find a link to her podcast. You might enjoy listening to that podcast. Pam is a beautiful person. Corey Sanchez, founder of Mojo Global Marketing, says Candice May is incredibly unique in her ability to blend faith, science, and consciousness and advocate for humanity's well-being. One of the wonderful things is she gives such amazing resources and gifts that help you reflect on the lessons in the book. If you are looking for a way to ignite your spirit and find heaven within, read this book. Thank you, Corey. That's very nice. Karen Rohn, she's the owner of New Destiny Marketing, says, I had the opportunity to meet with Candice May on a business project, and I was immediately struck by Candice May's compassion, love for the Lord, and the excitement she has about sharing her faith. When Candice May offered me to read her new book, Heaven Within, Restoring Wholeness for Better Leadership, I eagerly said yes. As a former associate pastor of the Vineyard Church Phoenix, and as founder of New Destiny Marketing, LLC, I am always looking for help aligning my Christian faith to that of being an entrepreneur. Candice May's book is an excellent resource as she speaks about love and authenticity. I'm proud to endorse both Candice May and her book that is helping me to be a much more effective Christian leader. And the truth we should all follow, showing love in every situation. I appreciate that, Karen. Thank you so much. Here, this is the thing. If you're a Christian, if you believe in Christ as your Lord and Savior, is it authentic? Is it shining through in every area of your life? Or is it compartmentalized and it shows up on Sundays, right? If you're a Christian and you're a business owner or leader, I would be happy to partner with you and help you integrate your faith throughout all areas of your life. Not in a preachy way, but in an authentic way that just shows that you love and care for people. Much deeper than maybe you've done so far. If you own a business, do you own your business or does God own your business? If God is the creator of this universe and he has all the resources, does he own your business? He should. If you're not a Christian and you're just a believer, you're not a Christian, you're just somebody who has a business and you're looking for help, and you were to work with me, I'm not going to preach my faith at you. If something comes up and I'm to share, I don't hide my faith of what my experiences are, but I'm not going to preach at you. This is not about preaching or forcing anything on you. My style is just to be authentic. I come to you because I care. I offer you services to help you get unstuck. I do have a relationship with Christ, and I believe Holy Spirit guides me, which I think gives me an unfair advantage to help you in ways that other people can't. Who knows you better than the designer who created you? If that designer and creator is living within me, don't you think that designer and creator is going to help you to reveal the truth to you? I was with Rachel Jane. She's one of the ones I read about an endorsement for my book. And I was in a program with her about my business. And we had a book retreat. We were supposed to go to Hawaii for this book retreat in 2020. And I was so excited because the final day of this week-long retreat, I was going to get to swim with the dolphins in Hawaii on my birthday, May 8th. Except COVID happened. So we had to do it remotely. But it was still very, very powerful. We learned to channel and focus as we were writing. I had no idea what I was going to write about. I mean, I didn't set out to write a book. But in the course of this retreat of writing, when the pencil hit the paper, or the pen hit the paper, the words just poured out. And I was just flabbergasted as I was writing to see what was going to come out next. It was like the Lord was speaking to me. The Lord was pouring my life out on this paper, and the lessons that I've learned and the struggles I've been through and why I went through those struggles and how He can shape me. It was such a powerful process. And because it was such a powerful process, and because in that process of writing, He said this needs to be shared with the masses. Because as people hear your stories, Candace, May, they're going to be moved to realize their own stories. They're going to be able to shift their perspective and see into their own life in a new way. And that's my goal for you, that you would grow and really embrace your own personal struggles and find light and hope at the end of the tunnel. Because we can get stuck in all of our chaos and in our mind and the looped thinking that we have. It's easy to believe the negative things people have said to us. As I shared yesterday, there's a whole chapter in here. It's very short. It's only like 3 pages or 2 on the power of words. But it's such succinct information, it deserved a chapter all to its own. Because our words matter. Our words create. God created the world with words. And what you speak, you can bring about. And this book will guide you through that process, guide you through the understanding of how much power you actually possess. I hope this was a blessing to you because I enjoy all of you. Thank you, David, for showing up and sharing comments. And for the rest of you who are watching, thank you. Some of you are watching live now, I see, and others will be watching later today. Download the copy, enjoy the book, get the resources. They're mentioned throughout the book, and in the back of the book, there's a page of resources that actually list those there as well. There's another page here about another book I written last November of collaborative work. But this is really about you. This is really about you. In fact, you know that book that I wrote last November? It's a collaborative work, Powerhouse Women, Survivor to Thriver. All of the proceeds of that book go to charity for domestic violence in the United Kingdom, Canada, and the United States. There were 10 authors in that book. Because I have a heart of philanthropy, because I have a heart that cares, I care about you. So please take advantage of this offer. Help me obtain bestseller. And how do you do that? You do that by downloading a free version of this book, Heaven Within, Restoring Wholeness for Better Leadership, author Candace May, on Kindle. You don't have to get the unlimited version. You can just buy now and it'll download immediately to your device. If you have a laptop or a computer you're on, you can open a new tab and immediately start reading right there on your computer. It doesn't have to be on the cell phone. Enjoy your day. Be blessed. Thank you for your support. 15 written reviews on Amazon, and my publisher will create a hardcover copy. And that's what we're striving for here, folks. So please download a copy. Be blessed. Leave me a written review on Amazon. And I look forward to engaging with you. You know, you'll find in the book my link to my website. And my website is CandaceMay.com. It's right here in the bottom of the corner. And you can schedule an appointment with me through my website. There's a meet me, and there's an appointment, meet and greet. Schedule time if you want to chat with me, if you have anything on your heart you want to talk about. If you have, I'll give you 15 minutes free, right? Just complimentary, because I care about you. I want to hear what you're going through. I want to be able to bless you any way I can. Have a great day, and thanks for your time.